We have an official explanation as to why NASCAR decided to throw the caution after William Byron and the field crossed the start finish line, thus ending the race. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. This is courtesy of Bob Pockrass, Fox NASCAR reporter. He says on the final lap, NASCAR didn't throw the caution when Chastain and Cindric started to spin before the start-finish line in hopes they could continue. But once Cindric started moving back up the track, NASCAR decided it had to throw the caution. I'm just going to go out there and say this is an absolute BS, bogus, garbage answer. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone continue a race after spinning on Daytona. Spinning into the infield on Daytona. I don't think I've ever seen anyone continue the race. What an maybe there has been. I doubt that there are a lot of examples. I think when you start seeing someone spinning out and you see two of the leaders spinning out, you're going to throw that caution pretty quick. So I think on its face, this is an absolute bogus, garbage excuse. And I think it just makes NASCAR look even worse. But let's look at exactly what happened at the end of the race. This was probably one of the worst finishes in Daytona 500 history, which I actually thought was a pretty good race. I thought the race was actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed the strategy with the fuel saving and all of that stuff with the stages. I kind of like some of that stuff. I'm a big strategy type guy, so I do like the strategy and all that. And then we actually got some really, really good racing with 20 laps to go, especially with Ross Chastain, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski. Those guys were giving us an absolute show there with 12, 10, 8 laps to go before we got that bad push from Alex Bowman that basically took everyone out. But here is the end of the race. See, William Byron is in the lead in the number 24 car. Ross Chastain is up here on the top with a huge run. Austin Cindric is down here in, I guess, second at the time, and he's being pushed by Corey LaJoie. Let's take a look at it and see what happens here. So let's back it up real quick here. I mean, it goes by so fast. So Chastain is making a huge run, dives down below Byron. At the same time, Cindric is, I don't know if he's trying to get a push from Corey LaJoie, if he's trying to block Corey LaJoie, or if Corey LaJoie is trying to push Cindric, or Cindric's trying to block him. Right there, I think Cindric blocks LaJoie. LaJoie then goes into push mode, but he doesn't push him square. And this happens at the same time that Chastain is diving underneath Byron. And so Cindric gets all squirrely because of the push from LaJoie that's off center. That sends him up into Chastain, who's coming down the track to pass Byron. The two collide right there. They go spinning into the infield. And this is what NASCAR thinks. They think that they are going to save it and continue spinning through the grass? It's ridiculous. You can see the green light's still on. They pass the start finish. Byron is in the lead at that time. They're continuing. And then I guess right there is when the caution comes out after he's come up the track and collected other people. So I think we have an actual screenshot here when the caution comes out. This guy says it's from NASCAR. So this is before, I guess that is Cindric going up the track. You can see Byron is in front of Alex Bowman. And that is why William Byron was declared the winner. But again, let's just watch it at real time. I won't pause it. Who in their right minds thinks that they're going to continue racing right there? I mean, they're already spinning through the infield, and Cindric clearly is not holding on to it. I mean, Chastain is still down there. I don't know. I think you throw the caution no matter what as soon as they started spinning out. Finish the race in a green. But what an absolute terrible way to finish the Daytona 500. What a piss poor excuse here from NASCAR explaining why they did not throw the caution immediately. Just it's just terrible all around. And it's a shame because I actually thought it was a pretty good race. It had a pretty good race going. We had some good strategies through the first couple stages. You had some great racing, like 20 laps to go. The intensity had really ramped up. These guys were pushing it to their limits. Unfortunately, we had the bad push from Alex Bowman, caused everything to go haywire. And then we get this really terrible ending. And then this piss poor excuse as to why they chose not to throw the caution immediately. But those are my thoughts on the matter. Let me know what you guys make of this. What do you make of NASCAR's reasoning as to why they did not throw the caution? Do you think it is justified, or do you agree with me that it's piss poor, or do you have a different opinion? Let me know in the comments below.